Hello, everyone on YouTube. It's John.
And hey, it's Drake. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Maybe over a year.
Probably over a year.
But things have come together for us to make this collaboration once again. And we have something special today that it's a new item. From where?
From Pizza Hut. And I am a little full from dinner last night, but I'll still be participating. I had hot dogs for dinner, which, as we all know, is a sandwich.
So what do we have from Pizza Hut today?
From Pizza Hut, which I would also argue looks kind of like a sandwich, is their stuffed Cheez-it pizza. And this comes in two varieties. We have both of them.
Okay. Can we tell the difference?
I believe we can.
He said, because I asked the guy, okay, those are cheese.
These are cheese.
They have white in the middle, right?
Right.
So these ones are pepperoni.
Let's grab one here and show it. You can see there's like a white dot in the middle there. So all cheese.
Does yours have this situation going on?
Yes, it does. So they're a little bit greasy.
Yes, the box. I wouldn't like put this on your lap if you're going somewhere, especially if like you have pants you don't want to get greased up.
Which I certainly don't.
They're very hot.
They are.
It's hard to hold.
They're very hot. They both come with a cup of sauce on the side.
Yes, cup of sauce. So my biggest questions with this is, will it taste like a Cheez-it?
Mm-hmm.
It certainly looks like a giant Cheez-it.
Yeah, it does. And let me grab the same one so I'm not contaminating all of them here.
Right, and like, they're a little bit thinner than I thought they would be looking at the pictures.
Yeah, the pictures looked huge. I was almost expecting like, how would I compare it? I don't know, but more of like a
right
full-size pizza.
And like, look at how much space they contain compared to the box they made for it.
Yeah, right.
Like, they should have made the box smaller, but like a better paper than like this, like, what you would call this, like a poster board kind of thickness.
Yeah, right. I will say from the get-go, for those of you who aren't in the car smells like Cheez-Its.
Oh yes, this Cheez-It smells strong. So they call this stuffed pizza. It doesn't really look like pizza at all.
No.
Pizza is, you get a dough, you put sauce on top of the dough, you put cheese on top of that, maybe some toppings are optional. This doesn't look anything like that.
No, it still has all the qualifications though. I mean, you have a crust, which it's covered in the Cheez-It dust, which is what I'm assuming is going to give it any Cheez-It flavor, if at all. Right. And then you have the cheese in the middle, and then the sauce. So, I mean, maybe it's closer to a calzone.
Right. It's kind of floppy.
Oh yeah, I almost broke this one already.
Like, it's not crunchy like a Cheez-It would be. So I'm wondering, like, will it be more doughy like a pizza dough? Or will it be more crispy or crunchy like a cracker?
Certainly looks doughy from how you're folding it.
So I'm going to taste it first without sauce.
Okay. And I'll taste the cheese one first.
There we go. No cheese pull on mine.
Same. A lot of cheese in the middle of mine, though. You can see it really is stuffed.
Yeah, mine is pepperoni, and I see a little chunk of pepperoni in there, but not really tasting a whole lot. It's very hot. There we go. The pepperonis are little cubes.
I'll tell you what. I'll start with the plain one, the cheese one here. Since mozzarella tends to be kind of flavorless and mild, I do definitely get a Cheez-It taste from this. Just that classic cheddar Cheez-It taste from the crust. It is doughy, not very crackery. Although I would argue that it's a little bit crackerier than a typical pizza dough. So it's a good mix. It's a good mix in the middle.
I'm gonna dip it in the sauce for my next bite.
Yeah, let me join you.
The cheese in the middle of mine has like a liquidy consistency. It's not stretchy or gooey. It's more like a liquid.
I'm kind of with you here. Also, with the addition of sauce, the Cheez-it flavor kind of gets lost.
I agree, but I also think it tastes better with the sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Cheez-it flavor is light. It's not like a strong Cheez-it flavor.
Right.
But it's because everything else in there has no flavor that you taste it.
Right.
But when you dip the marinara sauce is like the most flavorful thing in this box.
Right. Right.
Here, let me grab a cheese. You grab a pepperoni. And now
I'll
taste
try
that one.
a plain one as well here.
Again, minimal to no pull on that cheese.
A little saltier with the pepperoni. I did get a bite with pepperoni in it. But
when I look at the cheese, it's just like a paste. I'll try some sauce on it.
you could probably taste the Cheez-it better in that one than you could this one, because I'll say up front, the pepperoni, because of the saltiness, I can't taste the Cheez-it flavor as much in this one as I did in that one.
Okay. So I tasted both of them. And let me give you the deets on it. No matter which one you purchase, it's $6.99. So the pepperoni doesn't cost more. My favorite out of the two of them, I prefer the pepperoni one, I guess. Has a little bit more flavor, but really either one is kind of bland.
Yeah, I'll agree. For comparison's sake, isn't a regular pizza at Pizza Hut one topping like $6.99?
Usually you can get a deal like that, like a large one topping. And they're kind of small compared to the pictures you see. It's like it was surprisingly small when I actually saw them.
Yeah, I'll agree. It's I wish it was, you know, the adjectives kind of suck for this, but I wish it was Cheez-it eater
Me too.
than what it is.
Like I wish like they would have like just like took in a box of Cheez-Its, like punched it all up till it was crumbs,
Mm-hmm.
and then like just taken a calzone and like plopped it on both sides.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you just have like crushed up Cheez-Its on it. I think
Yeah.
it would taste way more like a Cheez-It.
I agree. And for the price point, I think I'd much rather just go with a regular pizza.
As would I, yes. I think the idea is interesting and good.
I do too.
I think they just failed on the execution.
I think there's this whole trend going now with snacks and fast food, starting with, of course, you know, Doritos and Taco Bell,
Yes.
KFC and Cheetos,
Mm-hmm.
and now Pizza Hut and Cheez-Its. So it's always cool to see the collaborations between the two.
Mm-hmm.
I do think this one fell a little bit flat though.
Right. Oh, remember macaroni and Cheetos? Those were good.
Macaroni and Cheetos were good. I do like the Doritos Locos Tacos, both of
Yes.
them.
There were 3 or 4 of them.
And then I know you and I were split on the KFC Cheetos.
I think that was because I just got a better sandwich than you.
I think that's exactly what it was. I wasn't a part of that video, but when I had mine, the sandwich itself. Well, first of all, I ordered the box with the sandwich and the popcorn chicken.
Yeah.
And when I got back to my hotel, I was traveling that week. When I got back to my hotel, I noticed that there was no popcorn chicken, and I was already too far from the nearest KFC to want to care enough to go back.
Right.
So already upset. The sandwich itself had little to no sauce and like 3 or 4 Cheetos on the
Yes.
bottom bun.
Now the Cheetos on the sandwich, I think are just more there aesthetically. What makes it taste like Cheetos is that like that condensed cheese paste.
Yes. And when I saw your review and you showed the sandwich, I was like, look at all that sauce. It's loaded on the chicken.
Right.
But my chicken looked more like just chicken, and then like they maybe smeared a little sauce on the bun and then put it on top. Like they didn't dunk the whole chicken.
Right.
So my review isn't, I guess, a fair review, because I'm assuming they were supposed to do it more like the one you had.
Maybe. But anyway, let's go back and give these Cheez-Its pizza a review. So it's barely Cheez-It.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's stuffed. And for the most part, all bits of it are disappointing. So I'm gonna give this a 6.5 out of 10.
I will. I think 6.5 is a good fair measure. I'll just average out the two. I think the cheese is a 6 out of 10, and the pepperoni is a 7 out of 10.
Right.
Again, bland, not enough Cheez-it flavor, and honestly, I'd just rather get a regular pizza.
Yeah.
So
From someplace other than Pizza Hut.
this is 10 out of 10 though, right here.
The peach tea.
Peach Lipton. I love peach Lipton.
Yeah, peach tea is good.
It is.
Anyway, thanks for watching the video.
And hope to be back soon.
Yeah. Say hello to Derek over here in the comments. And yeah, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Do you have any things you want to shout out?
Not entirely. I used to do my own channel, but that kind of fell flat. Kind of like this Cheez-it pizza.
All right. Well, guys, see you later.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.